No, you do not. Fine, what do I have to do? I get strapped up and ready to go. My dad counts to 3. 1, 2, 3. And I jump into the portal. In the future, there are flying cars and everything's ran on solar power. The first thing I do is go find future Dad. You'll never guess where I found him, in the basement of our house. I guess he never got famous from the time machine. Who are you, little boy? I'm your son. That's impossible. My son is 21 years old. Really? I'm that old? Okay, I might be 21 now, but in the past I'm 15. Boy, are you telling me you're from the past? But how? From your time machine. My time machine? It works. Yippee! Yippee! Son, go find future you and tell him the news. Okay, bye, Dad. While I'm searching, a dog comes up and jumps on me. Its owner says, "Come here, Max." Hey, I have a dog named Max too, but he's a puppy. The owner said that I look like him when he was young. I asked him if his dad was a scientist and if he was dating a girl named Maddie. He said, actually, my dad is a scientist, and here comes my girlfriend now. I turned around to see Maddie coming up to future me and giving him a big hug. Well, that answers my question. Future me asked if the time machine worked, and I said, so far. I looked down at the timer for how much longer I'll be in the future. I end up with 1 minute left. Future me, I have to go, but one more question. How can I save the diner? Dude, you don't know? You end up throwing a fun, but before he can finish the sentence, poof, I vanish back into the present. My dad is so glad I'm back, but the first thing I do is call Brian and Maddie to tell them to come over. Sharp's the word. That's a word we learned in our English class. 5 minutes later, Brian and Maddie are at the door. I tell them everything that happened in the future. The word started with fun. Then Maddie thinks really hard and shouts out, "Fundraiser!" I say, "Maddie, that's it," and give her a big hug. Brian sits there with an angry look. "We should start planning," he says in a serious voice. We go downstairs and out the door to tell Betty. When we get to the diner, we tell Betty the idea. It will be in 2 days and we can have it in the park. Betty says, 2 days? Will that be enough time? I told her to leave it to me. We head to the store to buy snacks, tables, and party stuff, while Betty ordered pizza, booked a band, and bought booths for carnival games. When we got to the park, we started to set up. 5 hours later, we all went home. Dad, tomorrow afternoon, may I borrow the time machine? Sure you can, son. The next day. On my way to the park, I think about the fundraiser tonight. When I get to the park, I start setting the stage. There's only 10 hours left. Later that day, I asked Brian to come with me to my house. Alright, so that's where I stopped in this book. I had to do it with 3 books. So it ends out that he goes to the future, but his best friend Brian is really mad at him, so he ends up breaking the time machine, and then he's stuck. So he has to figure out a way to get out. So they use the time machine in the future to get back, and then they ended up being friends because, well, he didn't mean to break the time machine. He was just really mad at him because he told him that he liked Maddie, but